This is Drake, aka Aubrey Graham. He's currently one of the most popular artists in the world right now and is known to be a seemingly effortless hitmaker. Drake is a legendary artist with phenomenal musical range, from One Dance to Nonstop and everything in between. He can go from hard-hitting, bar-for-bar records to the slower songs he was known for in the beginning of his career. And while today, Drake may be considered the rap game's biggest certified lover boy, he has definitely earned his stripes in the rap game over the past few years. From beefs with Pusha T to Kanye West to Jay-Z and many more, Drizzy has faced many battles in his career over the past decade. This is where the art of war comes into play. What is the art of war? And what does it have to do with Drake? And what can we learn from the way Drake has handled or mishandled certain conflicts that can help us in our everyday lives? We'll dive into the book, The Art of War by Sun Tzu, and relate principles in the book to a few of the beefs that the sixth god has found himself in. We hope you'll walk away from this video with a new foundation of how to better handle conflicts that arise in your life and come out of the situations better on the other side. Today, we make the connection between Drake and the art of war. Welcome to Icons and Ideas, where we talk about thought-provoking ideas and make connections to your favorite icons in hip-hop, pop culture, and throughout history. Let's begin. What is the art of war? The Art of War is an ancient Chinese military text by Sun Tzu. It's composed of 13 chapters that outline strategic and tactical aspects of warfare. The book explains the best ways to approach conflict in war and how to win. Surprisingly, the existence of Sun Tzu has been highly disputed. His birthday is unknown, and many believe that the book was actually a written compilation of writings by many other authors. Sun Tzu says that the highest form of warfare is defeating the enemy without actually fighting. The second best way is to strike fast and win the battle quickly. A war that drags on too long is bad for the country and/or person. And you should also have the self-awareness to know when it's better to step back and avoid conflict altogether. The book has been crucial and useful for many powerful figures throughout history. The Brazilian soccer coach used the tactics from the Art of War to win the 2002 World Cup. But the thing that's really made the Art of War so popular is not just its usefulness in battle, but its usefulness in our everyday lives. War is a part of life. It's in the nature of almost all living organisms and is relevant in business, sports, video games, social settings, etc. For example, when playing sports or video games, your battle in that moment is to defeat the other team or player and win the game. The book also emphasizes the importance of preparation. Many of us will recognize this popular quote on preparation. If you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will lose every battle. Victory and defeat are already decided before the actual battle is fought, so make sure you do your research before going into battle. For example, say you have an upcoming test for a difficult class. That test is your battle in that moment. You need to be prepared so that you can do well on that test. What topics are your strengths and which are your weaknesses? Decide how much time you'll spend on each of your weak points and how you can improve your knowledge on the topics. And finally, another relevant principle from the book is the importance of balance and inner peace. It's important to stay level-headed during war. It's easy to be controlled or manipulated into action if you let your emotions control you. For example, we've all seen how fighters try to get each other angry before and during fights. They understand the power of getting into their opponent's heads and clouding their judgment with emotions. It's important to understand yourself and know what makes you mad, sad, happy, productive, etc. That way you know what to stay away from and what you can lean on when faced with problems or striving to accomplish a goal. Now that we have a good understanding of what the art of war is all about, what battles has Drake gotten into in which the principles from the book would be relevant? Let's discuss a few of the rap beefs throughout his career and tie in some of the lessons we just learned. Battle number 1. One of Drake's first major beefs in the hip-hop game was with the rapper Jay-Z. The two artists had made a couple of hits together before the beef, starting with Off That in 2009 and Light Up in 2010. However, In 2011, Drake took a subliminal shot at Jay-Z with the infamous line,
I'm just feeling like the throne is for the taking. Watch me.
Jay-Z took that as disrespect from the then rookie rapper, and this started an ongoing Cold War between the two artists, sparking a lyrical feud throughout the years with shots being taken at each other in songs like Drake's Summer 16 and Jay-Z's I Got the Keys. It's seemingly calmed down over the past few years, but we'll have to see how the conflict progresses. So what would Sun Tzu think about this feud? One thing that was done right was the use of mental warfare over physical warfare. We know that it's always better and more beneficial for both groups if no one has to physically engage in battle so no one gets injured. Beefs in the rap game can turn bad quick, but it seems as if Jay-Z and especially Drake both understand how to keep what needs to be said in the music and not even address issues publicly on social media. Battle number 2. The next beef Drake got into would be his run-in with P Diddy. Drake allegedly got into it with the founder of Bad Boy Records, P Diddy, over a potential song collaboration and over a girl. Drake and Diddy were supposed to record a song over the now track 0 to 100. Apparently, P Diddy held on to the beat without recording his verse for too long, and Drake got impatient, releasing the song without notice. They also saw each other at the club one night, and a physical altercation broke out between both parties, allegedly over a girl they both knew, resulting in Drake being thrown out. It's understandable that situations involving drinking and relationship drama can sometimes get physical and emotional, but avoiding in-person confrontation would have been preferred. And while we're not sure who got who riled up enough to throw the first punch, it's apparent that someone in the confrontation got the other person emotional enough to lose their level-headedness. Battle number 3. The last and possibly most well-known battle that Drake has had to face would be his infamous 2018 beef with not only Pusha T, but Kanye West as well. How did this monumental beef begin? Well, the conflict started with issues years in the making, but notably when Kanye West announced his roster of album release dates shortly after Drake released his, all to be released during the same month as Drake's album, Scorpion. Then, Kanye promised Drake a beat, but instead released the nonsensical song Lift Yourself behind Drake's back. This short feud in April was all the spark for the bigger feud that would take place once Pusha T dropped his album in June, where he dissed Drake on one of the more popular tracks, Infrared. This triggered the chain of events that would lead to Drake's W Freestyle, Pusha T's The Story of Adidon, where he exposed Drake's son to the world. Then, Drake's March 14th, where Drizzy reflected on the whole situation and formally introduced his previously sheltered child and baby mother to the world. The rest of the story still plays out in music and social media posts by all parties, but this was by far Drake's biggest battle of his career. The biggest art of war lesson that we can learn from this specific situation would be Drake's self-awareness to quote-unquote retreat from the battle after Pusha T's expose of his personal family life. Drake decided that it'd be best to take a step back from this battle and not continue fighting. He even stated that he had made a song, was ready to release it, but was stopped by those around him who stated that it wouldn't be in the best interest of either party to continue hitting below the belt. In summary, we discussed the book The Art of War by Sun Tzu and made the connection between the lessons in the book and various rap beefs that the artist Drake has found himself in. Some key takeaways from the principles in the book would be that 1. The highest form of warfare is to defeat the enemy without fighting. It's almost always better to engage in mental warfare over physical warfare. Number 2. The importance of staying level-headed during war. Emotions can and will cloud your judgment if you let them. Be self-aware about what the enemy can use against you to make you emotional. Number 3. Know when to retreat when facing battle. It's better to retreat and come back when prepared if necessary than to go into battle and be defeated instantly due to your lack of preparation. Question: what do you think about the art of war? Is it useful in everyday life? And right or wrong, how did Drake utilize the principles from the book? Comment below. Thanks for watching this episode on Icons and Ideas. If you like this video and want to see more like it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. and feel free to leave suggestions for future videos down in the comments. We also make merchandise for each video. If you like the designs, it's a great way to help support the channel. Thank you.